I'm willing to not have anything or have it all. That risk, I'm okay with that risk.
Wow.
Okay? So I don't want mediocrity. I don't want it. Okay? I don't want to be in the middle. I don't want to be safe.
The Fulltime Bosscast.
To the Fulltime Bosscast.
Navigating the journey from a 9-to-5 to full-time entrepreneurship with your hosts, Ryan the Boss and Lady Shay. Presented by Morningstar Printing, where we print pretty much everything.
Hello, hello, hello. How you guys doing today? This is the Fulltime Bosscast. I am your host, Ryan the Boss. I'm here with Lady Shay, who's in the building. This podcast is sponsored by Morningstar Printing, where we print everything. We are here at the Photo Video Spot Studio. Sorry, I have to think about that for a little because I have a habit, Lady Shay, of I always say we're live.
Yeah.
We're live at the Photo Video Spot Studio. We are not live.
We're not live.
This is recorded and heavily edited because I make a lot of mistakes. So
sometimes we start over.
Sometimes we start right over. So no, we're not live.
Yeah.
All right. But in either which way, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting. So we're just here to just do a thing. Anything you want to touch on, Cheryl?
Nah, I'm ready to get it going. We have a good guest coming in here today, and
Yes.
I'm excited.
Yes.
He,
Yes.
so far, he brought his gifts. So
Yeah.
I
know. Oh, you see,
he came bearing some gifts now. So he's already he's
got some
favorite.
chocolate.
I love all the guests.
Chocolate from the chocolate.
Yeah.
And
You're
but
dumb.
So without further ado, we are going to get into our first guest, and here we go. Okay. So we are here with our guest for today, Chris Chopite. Chris Chopite, how are you? You know what? Just so you know, I'm not even going to go there. There's been a lot of outtakes that you're not going to see of me butchering his name, but we got it right this time. So Chris Chopite, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing fantastic.
That's good.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for, you guys started this initiative,
Yeah.
and I'm just, I'm honored, man. I'm honored and blessed that you guys have me here, and
well, you a boss, right? So you're a
Yeah.
boss. So
Yeah, I guess.
I'm not gonna, it's our tradition here that I don't really say what you do. I want you to, give the people your elevator pitch. So
For sure.
Go ahead, tell the people what you do, and we'll get this started.
All right. So my name is Chris Chopite. I am a business consultant, but specifically in the real estate field, where I coach sales and marketing techniques to other real estate agents and businesses. But what I'm really known for also is founding the Vaughan Real Estate Advisors, which is a real estate team, hyper-local, hyper-focused inside the Vaughan area. We do have alliances that we work with outside of the Vaughan area, as far out as the Kawarthas, Hamilton, Barrie. But yeah, that is ultimately what we do. And yeah.
So you're just like a real estate baron in the making.
Yes.
Moving on. So no, that's cool. That's cool. No, that's pretty extensive. That's pretty cool. So, going into this here, what would you say initially motivated you to get into real estate?
Going into this year, or what got
period.
me into real estate?
I want to know from the beginning, like what I'll get into what you're doing before later, but what would you say?
I'll tell you guys exactly.
Yeah.
I was driving to Myrtle Beach.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I'm listening to an audiobook called From Good to Great. Jim Collins, fantastic book.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And as we're talking about this, Jim Collins talks about the hedgehog concept, which is a Venn diagram, 3 circles, okay? And in the middle, where all 3 circles connect, that's what he called the hedgehog concept. And ultimately what it is what you think you could be the best in the world at, what drives your economic engine, meaning what can make enough money so that you can feed your family and live the life you want, and what you have a passion for. So I'm driving, I got my kids in the back, they're all sleeping, and I'm thinking about this, and I'm like, I was working 2 jobs at the time to feed the family and stuff, and I said, look, I went to school for architecture, Okay. So I know that I have the knowledge to understand the product, which is houses. Okay, cool. So I had that. I think I could be the best in the world at understanding housing and that type of stuff. Then it was, what drove my economic engine. I don't need to tell you, but real estate, I mean, there's no ceiling. Like, I mean, as high as that. So I was like, okay. And then what was I passionate about? And I genuinely was passionate about helping people. And if I can help people in a field that I'm very technically savvy in, like real estate, because I went to school for it, I put all three together. I said, look, this is my Hedgehog concept, man. I need to get into real estate. Like, I mean, this is what it is. And 9 years later, it's the longest in any industry that I've ever been in. I've never lasted this long. And it's cool. Next year, 10 years in industry, like it's mind blowing.
Got in on time.
Yeah.
You got it. I'm about to say.
Yeah,
So
you got in right
in case
on
y'all are
time.
aware of the real estate market, it's very booming right now. So
Especially
needless to
gone.
say, if you see the socks, the watch,
Stop.
the suit,
Stop.
business is booming.
Okay, I'm coming in a t-shirt next time.
Is it? Is it?
So did you start off as a realtor and then go into business consulting after? Like, how did you actually
Absolutely.
get your start?
Absolutely. That is precisely what happened. Yeah, that's precisely what happened. So I started by getting my real estate license. I went into sales.
Okay.
Just normal, understanding the business and just that type of stuff. So went into sales. And then, honestly, it took me a really long time to break six figures. Okay. I was stubborn. I wanted to do it by myself. I didn't have the guidance either. Okay. So it took me about 4 years for me to actually break that covenant six-figure. Once I broke it, I just, it skyrocketed. And then I thought to myself, okay, it skyrocketed because of my effort. And I'm like, can't sustain. It was unsustainable for me. If I kept going this way, I wasn't going to see my kids.
You would have burned all the way up.
And I got 4 kids, so that is important to me, right? So I thought to myself, man, I need to figure something out here, right? So now that I've understood the algorithm of how to make this thing work for me, I need to leverage this to figure out how else I can help others and like have a more sustainable business model. And I thought, I know. I'm going to get into real estate coaching and just kind of building a team and that type of stuff. And it's new to me, okay? I'm only 2 years in the business as it pertains to building a team and as it pertains to coaching. So the business consultant, which is the coaching part of it, that's only a year old. Building the team is only 2 years old, right? So this is all relatively new to me, but I'm a rookie again in this industry,
We've interviewed this year, I think our 4th person, and 3 of them have done they do their business, but
then they start
the coaching
teaching.
and the teaching is
move
where
into the coaching.
is the most they're really leaning into that. So that may be onto something. Maybe we should do like a Bosscast course or something like that.
Light bulb.
Light bulb.
Hey, cue in the light bulb right there. Just slide it in.
Yeah,
No, that's
but
pretty
for
cool.
real, like
Yeah.
that is true. Like a few of the people that we have interviewed have started their business, became a full boss, figured out the algorithm, as you mentioned, and then moved into teaching. So how has that been going for you? Like, how you said
how's
you're
that
a
been
year
going?
in. I mean, a year in, and we're in a pandemic.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, real estate.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly,
there's no pandemic.
it totally like a bag of bricks. I didn't think it would take off the way it did.
Really?
I had no clue.
Okay.
I went in super scared, not knowing what the hell I'm doing, thinking, oh my God, I'm just good at sales and marketing. Why don't I just stick to that?
Yeah.
And then I went from 4 agents to 12 to
Wow.
27 agents
Whoa.
that I'm coaching right now.
Wow.
Whoa.
And I'm just like, and it just, and none of the credit needs to go to me. I have a fantastic team behind me. My marketing manager is incredible. I have my office manager / executive assistant. I get her to do things I really shouldn't, but she helps me out. She's phenomenal. And like, everyone's like, okay, like, can we talk to her? Because how is she helping you? How is she? And, it's all about the team, man.
Yeah.
It's all
You got to
about
surround
the
yourself
team.
with good people.
I
yourself.
may have ideas and so forth, but if I don't have the people that can carry out the vision,
Yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah.
That's crazy. So you're saying, so pretty much reiterating one of the next points I've heard a lot is having a team. The people matter.
key.
Yeah.
The people matter.
Key. In every
In
step
everything.
of
Oh,
life.
yeah, no,
in
yeah.
every step of life.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would not be able to have 4, by the grace of God, healthy children had it not been for a phenomenal woman at home. Like,
Yeah.
Amen.
in everything, it
Yeah.
matters. It just, a partnership, understanding, how to argue, how to let people talk, let them get their thoughts out,
Yeah.
think things through. Like, I mean, not, you know, my team
no, it's
doesn't
true.
agree with everything I say.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're like, well, you're wrong. I'm like, okay, no problem. Just explain to me why. And if you can tell me a way that we could do it better, let's go with your way. So that matters, you know, and that's why we've been able to grow, because I allow other people's ideas to infiltrate mine if they're better ideas. I'm
Yeah.
totally cool with that,
And
you know?
would you? I mean, that could be hard because this is something that you've built from the
I
ground.
had to learn it.
I was about to say,
I had to
right?
learn it, Ryan.
So when you
I had to
build
learn
something
it.
and then now you're like, okay,
I
yeah,
had-
I'll listen to your idea.
Yeah.
I had to drop the ego like you have
But I
no
was gonna
idea.
say, you just
You
hit
had
the
no
nail on
idea.
the head. Like,
No idea.
in my experience, whenever your ego is a part of the conversation, it's never going to be a good situation.
anywhere.
You
Right.
have to let go of your ego
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
it
precisely.
doesn't actually serve you.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. So, like going into this, before you started, because you mentioned that you had 2 jobs before, right?
Yeah.
So moving from the security of having a constant paycheck to the uncertainty of entrepreneurship, was there any fears in that transition? Any doubts? Any concerns going into that? You want to touch on that?
Yeah, man, of course. Yeah, absolutely, man.
Go ahead. Like
daily.
Yeah.
You know, daily you're questioning yourself, you know. Is this going to work? You know, it sucks now because now I don't want to quote Van Vliet, right? But I mean,
Quote Van Vliet.
crap. Yeah, you do have to bet on yourself, right?
Yeah.
You do have to put yourself out there and just say, okay, well, let's see what happens. And in that process, I made $28,000 in my first year. I mean, you know, I don't know how the hell.
that's
I was
like
gonna feed
low end
myself.
call. That's low end
You know?
call center money. Bro.
It's
That's like
it wasn't a good look, man. It wasn't.
that's
it
like
wasn't-
collection center money.
Yeah, it wasn't a good look, man.
Yeah,
It wasn't a good look, right? So, you know, in that process, you're just like, okay, just, you know, and I had to just like reassure the wife, you know, I'm like, babe,
Yeah.
just hang in there. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna do it.
Did you
I
have
don't care.
kids at that time?
I had Ty. I had Ty. Ty is 10, so I had Ty, and Sienna
Okay.
was just born.
Oh, so you had
So-
you had 2
so-
youngins then.
Yeah, no, it
Oh,
was
wow.
it was.
So you
not,
chose
know.
the perfect time to go make that jump.
Well, I mean,
Every
they eat
time is
less.
a bad time.
That's
Okay,
true.
let me tell you
It's
something.
never the
Every
right
every
time.
time
Yeah.
is a bad time.
That's true.
I could give you a bunch of reasons why, and you know, within that period of time, within those 4 years of me developing myself, there was massive debt.
Yeah, I could
There was
imagine.
massive debt, man. I mean, I went all the way up to 150.
Whoa.
You know,
Wow.
so it's not. It wasn't like, you know, it
Wasn't
peaches and cream at
it
all.
wasn't
man.
like yeah.
No.
Because then there's
So,
you got to
you know.
learn because you there's the real estate course that you got to learn as well too, right?
Yeah, but that doesn't teach you
certification.
anything.
Sorry?
That doesn't teach you anything. I mean, yeah.
No, I mean like
you have to get
the
your license. Yeah, sure.
Like, I'm saying there's that. Time
It starts
period.
there. It
Yeah.
starts
Yeah.
there. But to understand how to work the business,
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
that is a different animal.
Yeah.
We're talking apples and horses. Like honestly, it's
Not
not
even
even
oranges,
apples.
yeah.
We're not even-
Not
not
yet.
even
It's not even fruits here. You know what I'm saying? Like we're you know.
Yeah.
So it was yeah. But I had, or I felt that I had, the business side of things. I just needed to understand how the paperwork worked.
Yeah.
So I got
Right.
that out of the way, and then you know. Then you just keep betting on yourself, man.
Yeah.
You know, I went out there, I got the most expensive software. I started, you know, I would be making in the basement, making phone calls, putting my daughter to sleep, man.
Wow.
Like it's like a headset, making phone calls, but I got to
Sacrifices,
find that
man.
picture. But I remember I took a selfie, and I'm like, I wonder if I'm ever gonna need this. And I you know,
If you
we
haven't
can
send it to me, I'm gonna put it in the.
I'm gonna
video.
try my
Put it
best
into
to
the
find it. I'm
podcast.
gonna try my
Yeah.
best to find it. I've been through 3 phones since, so I
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
see if I
Yeah,
pulled
yeah,
it out.
yeah.
But
You don't have
anyway,
the cloud?
it was sorry.
It's not in the cloud.
No, I'm afraid of the cloud.
Yeah, I don't trust the cloud. Yeah.
Right?
You can
The
keep-
cloud exists. Okay.
keep your clouds,
Get
yeah.
with it.
Yeah,
Keep your
yeah. I mean, that's exactly it. I just have to adopt. You know,
Yeah,
it's just the
get
way it
with
is.
So I have a
So,
question.
yeah,
Actually,
yeah,
I
please.
don't mean to
Yeah.
interrupt you,
No,
but
no.
did you just leap into this? Like you said, you went into debt. Like, did you, Ryan? He prepared for 6 months and had 6 months worth of
Income,
expenses
yeah.
before he took that leap. Like you just jumped in.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I get caught saying this often. Yeah, you jump, and then you build a parachute as you're falling. Yeah,
That's serious, yo.
Yeah, that's how I
That's
finagle.
commitment, though.
Well,
Sometimes, but sorry to interrupt you, but
No, you're
sometimes if you don't, like, I noticed, you know, with some businesses or even artists or something like that, like stuff like that, sometimes when you don't have that
Yeah,
cushion, it makes you work even
Yeah.
harder because you
You
know,
better
like,
believe it.
you're not comfortable.
You
It's
have
like,
to
if
hustle.
this doesn't
Yeah.
work,
yeah, you better believe
like,
it.
there is no choice.
There
Yeah.
was no plan
This
B.
is what it is.
There was
There's no plan B,
Yeah.
which makes
Yeah.
it even, you know,
Yeah.
the chances of you being successful, it gives you more of like a, you know, it gives you more of a chance if you have that mindset, you know?
You know, I'm willing to not have anything or have it all.
Mm.
That risk, I'm okay with that risk.
Wow.
Okay? So I don't want mediocrity. I don't want it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I don't want to be in the middle. I don't want to be safe. Okay? Either
Go hard or go
either
home.
I'm going to get it
Mm-hmm.
or I'm going to be totally on the other side and I'm going to be perfectly fine. Either way, I'm going to be perfectly fine.
Well, good
I'm
thing
still
it worked
gonna
out the
eat.
one way.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, yes. Yeah, of
There's-
course,
you
of
knew
You can
course.
get filet mignon. You can get spam. Right?
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Well,
either way, you're
good
gonna
point.
eat. Either way,
Exactly.
you're gonna eat.
But that's my point. That's my point.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
if I'm gonna do it, then let me do it. But like, do it right, man.
Right,
Yeah.
You know,
right.
like
Yeah.
go all out. Put the effort in. Like, just commitment, man.
Yeah.
In anything you do, you know.
Yeah.
And I try to teach that to my kids. You know. So yes, all the way.
All the way.
Right.
Nice.
Right in.
That's how you got to do it,
Yeah.
man.
All
Yeah.
right.
So like, so you kind of answered the question I was going to ask. Like, how? Oh well, not necessarily, but how did you handle that transition financially? Because if you're just going straight work, okay, I'm done. I'm going to this. Was there any? Do you have any tips for people watching that want to handle that? How would they handle that transition? Like, yeah.
Here's the brutally honest truth. I at that time when I went into real estate, I had my first condo was bought. I was already in the business as an investor. Okay. And what I did is I don't think I've ever shared this publicly.
Look
but
at that.
Here we
Nice.
go. What I did is I took the
it's
leverage.
Only less than 200 viewers, so it's not. 200.
Yeah, I just you know, no. You know what it is, dude? Is that I owe it to one person.
Yeah.
Right.
Anybody.
No,
If you're
definitely.
here asking me like how it was done, I owe it to just out of respect for you two.
Right.
I owe it to you guys to tell you how it was done, so other people can
Yeah.
potentially do.
That's
the
why
same.
we're here.
you're
That's what the
here.
boss.
That
That's why
I
you're
owe
here.
it to you
Yeah.
guys, right? So I've never had to share it because no one has done something like this where they're like, we're here for what you have.
Yeah.
So go ahead and give it to us. Like don't clean it up for us. Just give
Yeah.
us the dirty, right?
Right.
And not that this is dirty. All I'm saying is that it wasn't pretty.
Right.
It wasn't pretty at all.
Yeah.
You know, I took out a $120,000 private loan
Wow.
at 11%.
Whoa. Okay.
Whoa.
Okay? Like it wasn't pretty.
Yeah.
So, and I had to carry that,
That's
man.
some real betting on
Yeah.
yourself.
I had to. You have no idea. I had to carry that every month. I had to pay for it. I had
Yeah.
to carry that, and I had to. And it wasn't till 5 years after that I started to dent it. So I had to
Okay.
carry
So
the
the
interest.
interest.
You better believe it. You better believe
Oh
it.
my God.
You better believe it.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
So in some cases, people are like, "Wow, no, that's too much interest," and I'm like, "Nah, that's nothing compared to what I'm going to make at the end." You know.
Wow.
So that was my thought process. So I still got the condo. And you know, now I don't have that $120,000.
course.
You know,
Hey.
again, amen. But you know, that's
Yeah.
by the grace of God, no doubt about it. Great team. Great woman at home that saw the vision.
Nice.
You know,
That's
So
the main thing, man.
Yeah, that's a big part of it too.
you know,
Because
without her
some,
agreeing,
some of them ladies would have been like, "You have how much debt? Excuse me."
no, absolutely, and
She's
or
already-
I'm gonna go stay at my mama house.
yeah,
She was
yeah.
already 2 kids.
I know,
before.
she's like-
No, she wasn't.
staying the
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
Now we got a
Two
plan.
more out to make
I know.
sure that you got no choice.
She ain't going nowhere.
It's
He had a
either me or
plan.
me.
He had a plan, yo. He had a
Yeah,
plan.
You know?
okay, that's
So I mean, that's the
yeah.
ugly of what you have to do sometimes to
Yeah.
become a full-time boss.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I get that. I mean, I hear you say you were already in the market when you made the decision. Like, that's not the case for a lot of people, especially in this market today. They cannot get in the market,
Good point.
right? Like,
Good
they
point.
cannot get there.
Good point.
And, you know, you coach people, you do things. So, like, what would you tell somebody today? Like, what would you, that was, you know, a risk that you took. Not everybody has that, you know, ability. Like, what would you say?
Like someone getting into real estate now. Like,
yeah.
What is?
Like, how
is it
how?
a a good time? Is it a bad time? Is it like what would they do?
Great
Like,
time.
Great
It's a great time if you do the right activities.
Yeah.
Right? And if you get into it for the right reasons, right? So I wasn't really looking at the money when I got into it. I knew that it could pay for what I needed, but I wasn't looking at the money. I was looking at I could genuinely be the best at this. I could do it, you know, and you have to bleep that out, of
Yeah, we're
course.
gonna
but
have to.
yeah, right. So I could.
Thanks,
I could,
Chris. Carry on.
I could be the best at this
Yeah.
thing, you know? So if you don't believe you can be the best at this thing and you're just doing it to make an extra buck,
Yeah.
go do something else.
But to
Right.
be honest, that's like the case right now. So many people are trying to go into real
You
estate
better
because of
believe
what's
it.
going on in the city.
And I'm like,
But-
okay, you could do it, but you got to believe it. Don't come into it
Just start
trying to
looking
make
at you
a buck.
make a buck.
People are going to smell it on you.
Yeah.
People are going to smell it on you, right? So, I think you can get into it. It's a great time to get into this business,
Yeah.
right? But you need to be comfortable on camera because it's all changed. Everything is social media now, right? You can make a killing. Just it's free marketing,
Yes.
right? So
Yes.
social media is key. Making your contacts is key. Personalizing your approach, like sending handwritten notes, is key. Doing little things like this that
Like
just
getting the
touch,
bosses.
a touch of
Merlot.
a touch of personality. You know,
Yeah.
just hey. You know, it's
Yeah.
not Mignota wine.
It all matters, though. It all
these
matters.
These
Yeah.
little details.
I
And if-
love the wine and chocolate.
you know,
I'm gonna look at your
and-
social media. You know,
so but you see what I'm saying though?
I might buy a house from you for
You
this.
might be there you go.
but
There
that
you
is
go.
networking, though,
Yes.
right?
But
Like,
that's
that
part
is
of it, right?
networking.
So
Yeah.
you can't look at it as I can't really, you know. I
Yeah.
was like, no, I don't care. They're 120,000. Let's do this.
Yeah.
And a private loan, I
Yes.
couldn't finance for.
Wow.
Yeah.
They wouldn't give me. I couldn't refinance.
Yeah,
I had to go
Okay.
private to get the money.
Okay.
Right.
No bank would give me the money. I
Okay.
make $28,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How the hell?
Yeah.
No, I had to go and borderline beg, you
Wow.
know, to
Wow.
get that money.
Yeah.
Now that guy trusted me, you know. He was a
Saw
big
the
time
vision.
lawyer,
Yeah.
made some good money. He said, "All right, dude, here you go." But you know, you mess up, I'm taking that condo, and I'm like, that condo's mine for life, and it's mine today, and that loan doesn't
Oh, so
exist.
you put your condo as
Oh,
collateral.
it's collateral, absolutely. He's not just going to give it to me because
Yeah, yeah.
I'm wearing a cute hat. Like these guys are about the money, you know.
Yeah,
like they're
no, for
trying to
real.
make money.
Yeah.
So that's what it takes to get into this business. If you want to get into the business, you want to do the right activities on a day to day. You can 100%. So in my program, I basically tell people, you do what I'm telling you to do on a day to day basis, and you're pretty much guaranteed 6 figures.
Wow.
Okay.
You know. So my goal for everyone in the program is to hit 120. So what we call GCI, gross commission income. So I say, hey, listen, come to the program. You're with me on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We do a mastermind. I got an exclusive Facebook group. Everybody joins, and they kind of just ask the questions
Okay.
there. I got some
Oh,
leaders
see, I didn't
in
even
there.
know all this stuff, yo. Look
Yeah,
at
so
that, yo.
it's a program.
You're holding back
built.
from us, Chris. You're holding back from us.
No,
man.
I mean, he said it. We
Make
just
sure you
have-
send
we
me
just
those
talked
links.
about
I want to
it.
put those.
Yeah.
I'll put those links in the bottom of the video.
Yeah,
People
yeah,
wanna,
absolutely.
join up
I
and
mean,
stuff
I'd be
like
more
that.
than happy to have a 15-minute call with anybody that's looking to get into real estate.
Nice.
Wow.
Keller Williams, which is the brokers that I'm with, has been phenomenal. In fact, they've given me the opportunity to be able to coach, and it's been, oh man, it's been so rewarding.
Nice.
You know, it's been really rewarding to be able to help people.
That's
And people are, why'd you get into coaching? And I'm like, well, yeah, the time is one, the leverage is one.
Yeah.
But now look at this math. When I was in sales and marketing, I did 18 to 24 average. Okay, 18 to 24 deals a year. Cool.
Hold on, sorry.
Yeah.
24. Sorry, this is marketing.
Transactions.
This
So
is
close.
not. This is not. Oh, this is. We're talking about the housing.
Real estate. Yeah.
How many
like
houses a
selling,
year?
Selling and buying. 18 to 24 was my average. Okay?
That's very good if you're in the real estate
Is
industry.
that good? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what's good or what's
The
not.
average isn't like
it's
5
good.
or something like
It's
that?
good. 3.
3? And you doing it? So we're not going to go into what his bank account looking like
Yeah.
right now, but
Well, we
y'all
can
can do
tell
the
by
math.
watching the shoes,
Exactly.
the socks, though.
Y'all can do the math. Anyways, carry on.
So I mean, I that was my average. You know, not including the first 4 years. So here,
Okay.
let me disclose that
Right.
as well.
It took a
In the
while to
first-
get there.
It
Yeah,
took a while.
Absolutely. I mean, I didn't hit. In fact, when I hit that the 6 figures on the 4th year, I went back down on the 5th year to then skyrocket on the following. So really, you know, it's 9 years in the business. It took me
Yeah.
4 years to get good,
Right.
and then 5 years. You know.
That's when it's-
Anyway,
yeah.
the point is that now I impacted 18 to 24 families or people or
Right.
couples, whatever. Now watch this. I got 27 for the sake of math. Let's go with 30 people on the track team, okay, on the coaching program. Let's say that they close each 10 transactions each. Okay, let's say. So now I'm impacting 10 times 30,
Yeah.
300 families and
Wow.
people as opposed to
Yeah.
24, which is my
Yeah.
max.
Yeah.
Come on, man, that's the legacy I want to leave
Yeah.
behind,
That's
right?
crazy.
Yeah.
And
Like
then those
through
people
them,
possibly.
I can impact more people.
And then maybe
Come
you
on,
may get
that's-
a couple
that,
people
That
that-
was like that just I'm like, yes, I want the opportunity. Let me impact these people in a positive way and
Yeah.
let them go and change the industry with
Yeah.
morals, with values, with ethics. The way that I like to run the business,
Yeah.
you know, I've left hundreds of thousands of dollars on the table.
Yeah.
For no BS, no. I'm a professional here. Don't come to me with no nonsense. Go to somebody else. I mean, there's a lot of realtors with the garbage can on their the face on the garbage cans. Go to them. They're I don't put my face on a garbage can. you know. So certain things and
Shade.
and it matters. It matters because that's your branding.
Yeah.
That's your branding, and that's what
You're
you
throwing
believe
shots
in,
at some of
and-
you garbage can real estate.
Hey, it works. It works.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't do
Wouldn't
it.
do it.
I wouldn't do it on a billboard. I put my face on a
Yeah.
billboard.
Are you on a billboard?
No.
Okay.
No,
was saying,
because
where's the
especially
billboard?
now I'm going in the other way now.
Yeah.
I want to market less
Digital.
me
Yeah.
and more
The company.
absolutely
Yeah,
my
yeah.
team.
Yeah.
I want to market like
gonna mention-
I am kind of on the verge of like I just kind of want to slowly get behind the curtain and just
Yeah.
empower people to be
Right.
great.
Yeah.
And I was going to
Yeah.
mention, like, even the people that you're empowering now are probably learning from you how to do that, and they're now empowering others.
Yeah.
Right. So it's kind of like that's like a real that's some Moses legacy right there. That's some Abraham right there.
Yeah.
You're like,
I mean,
Like-
I'll part Lake Ontario
Yeah,
one
exactly,
day and
one
then
day.
create
You
the
go
path
there.
from Toronto to Hamilton.
there you
Yeah.
go.
No, I'm not gonna do
There
that.
you go.
No, but you know what? Sorry, I have to tell you
Yeah,
this.
no, go
okay. Angie is one of the agents on the Vaughan Real Estate Advisors.
Okay.
Right.
Hated social media, hated recording herself, this, that. Okay. She did a Instagram story. Is it a story? It would be a story.
Or real.
Real. Okay. I'm getting into the real thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Not me personally, but I'm getting over 3,000 views on her first reel that she ever did.
Wow. I need to talk to
Dude,
Angie.
I thought
I think
to
I'm
myself,
averaging like 30.
No, and the second one got 1,500. Like
Wow.
she's doing really well. And dude, you have no idea how like amazing that feels for me.
Yeah.
To know that she
Yeah.
was like,
She
you
didn't
know,
want nothing to
shy
do with
and
that
this and
before.
you know.
Yeah.
Honestly, like it's such a big win for me. I'm happy. I'm
That's
happy to
good,
see the
man.
growth of others through the
What
branding
you're
that we're
doing.
creating for them. Right. So we just
Definitely.
create the platform and off they go. And
Yeah.
I'm loving it. I'm
That's
loving it.
proper. So, we're going to wrap up. But before, I just had one more question here. We asked you like what kind of advice you would give, right? And you mentioned this is obviously before the camera was on. As far as making money work, do you want to touch on that just before we get out of here? Because
Yeah.
you did mention it, with your loan and stuff like that. But
Well, that's one example.
Right.
That's one example. So the other example is as money was coming in, I was using it as a leverage to create more opportunities. So in real estate, it's very important that you're marketing online and things like that, and it's all about your database, your lead source. It's
Right.
all about people knowing. So you got to just not spend on on things that can't give you a return.
Yeah.
So for me, this is not spending. This is an investment.
Yeah.
For me, spending on having a marketing manager, a very expensive marketing manager that can show the agents how to do reels and this and that. Those are
Yeah.
investments that I'm making. So that's how I put the money to work. As I'm making money, that doesn't mean that I'm going to go and like treat my family to a vacation. My job with my family is to give them my love, but the money is more to keep the money working. It's
Right.
very important for me to keep the money working.
Because a lot of times, the reason why I wanted you to touch on the money thing is because a lot of people I know, and maybe a lot of people watching, think like you just keep your money in the bank,
Yeah.
make some, make it gain your 1% a
Your
year.
1%, your 2%.
You know what I mean?
No.
And,
Or
and,
invest in a very
you gotta,
a very aggressive
Yeah.
8% GIC.
but your money
Like-
is,
No.
you put your
No.
money to work, right?
Yeah, your
So
money-
now, but so what I'm saying, make your money work for you is what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Right?
And on that note, Ryan, the minute I get money, see ya.
Yeah.
I don't want it near me. I
Look
don't
at
want it
that.
near me. I
Look
don't
at
buy
that.
anything cash. Everything is line of credit, credit card, whatever. And then, the money comes in. I pay off that, make sure that's good. And the money is working all the time. Money doesn't care about you,
Yeah.
man. So you got to just put that money to work immediately. Every dollar has to be worth 3 for me in its lifestyle.
Yeah.
The life cycle of money has to triple for me over the time. So yeah, put the money to work, man. 100%.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I know we ended on the money, but which is what we should end on, right?
Yeah.
All right. So briefly before we started rolling, we were talking about your mentorship program, and you kind of touched on that during the interview. But as we wrap up, do you want to touch on that? Go a little more into detail.
Yeah, for sure. The coaching program, ultimately, we get together on Tuesdays and Thursdays. There's a curriculum, okay? So, there's a workbook, there's curriculum, there's things that you need to do, there's videos that you need to watch. There's a platform that you log in, you get your own login. We have a Facebook group. And inside of that, we meet together 6 times a year. So it's all Zoom because everybody, in real estate, everybody has their own.
Everybody's busy.
And yeah, I mean, ultimately, it's a 1-year agreement that we're going to be together and we're gonna help you get there.
Right.
I'm the head coach. I have an assistant coach, Melissa. She's from Florida, and she jumps on Tuesdays, holds the team accountable. On Thursdays, we do a mastermind around a particular topic. It can be around social media, buying, selling, all that type of stuff. And yeah, I mean, if anybody that is interested in understanding how they can get into real estate and then consistently make 6 figures from year to year.
So you're showing people how to make 6 figures.
That's what it is. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the promise.
Yeah.
You're going to make 6 figures.
No. He said he's going to show you.
Yeah.
You can't say you're going to make it.
If you do,
If you do what he's doing.
The task. Yeah. I mean,
Exactly.
we keep attendance, right? So we're keeping attendance. You need to attend at least 80% because in a year, I don't want the agents coming back and saying, "But I only made 60,000."
Right.
Come here, let me show you something.
Yeah.
But you only attended 57% of the. So don't tell me that you didn't. And your activities, I told you to make 25 contacts and you made 23, an average of 23. And I told you to do 1 video a week and you only did 1 video every month. So, that's it's up to you, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I can take the horse to the water, but you can't make him what?
Drink.
Right.
So,
All right.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Chris,
my
for
pleasure.
coming in. We got a lot of good information. Real estate is like the hot topic right now, in Toronto. So thank you so much for coming in.
My pleasure.
And
All the
all
success,
the best.
man.
Thank
All
you
the
so much.
success.
Thank you,
We'll
guys.
see you again, I'm sure.
Please. I'd
I
be
mean-
more than happy to come back.
If you want to, bring some more chocolates, I'm sure. Lady Shay,
It's all welcome.
the
It's
wine.
all welcome.
No, thank you
saying?
guys for having me. I'm honestly, I'm
company
just
right there.
honored and I'm just really happy that you guys have this. This is important, and people are going to learn so much off of other leaders and bosses out there, right? So kudos to you guys. And if there's anything I can do to continue to support this incredible initiative, I'm here for you.
Dope.
All right, might hold you to that.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, Bosscast family. Remember to like, subscribe, and follow this Bosscast. And we'll see you next time.
Peace.
Peace out.
Peace out.